Good morning. Hi, cubies and newbies. I am Sunshine, and this is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes. Uh, Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves, and with these two patterns, that's all you need to solve every complexity Rubik's cubes. Works on from the 2 by 2 up through any n by n cube. Excuse me. To do. Also works on every Gigaminx, on every Megaminx brand. The dodecahedron star puzzles works on them as well. Formula A brings a piece to the top and twists corners. Formula B moves 3 pieces around, and that's all you need to do for every complexity cube. All right, so let me scramble this one real quick. Okay, so every cube has 6 sides, 6 colors. The goal is to get 1 color on each side, or to just twist the cube and have fun. Because it is a toy. All right, so every cube, regardless of which cube it is, this doesn't work on shapeshifters unless they have an internal mechanism the same as the cube itself. So every cube has 8 corners. Pick a corner. Every corner has 3 colors. Pick a color, and I always start with yellow. Okay, so the corner that you've selected is correct, and we're going to make the rest of the cube match it. So I hold this correct corner under my left thumb, and I'm looking at the front of the cube as if it's a spreadsheet with rows and columns. And hi, if you've just joined me, I'm Sunshine. Thanks for being with me. Drop a hello. Oh, hi. Hi, Chris Barthium. First again is, 0.78 on a 2 by 2. 0.78. Okay. Your personal best. Wow. Okay, well, have a 2 by 2 with me. Do you know how to solve the pyramid puzzles? I have the 3 by 3 one is fine. I can solve that with just Formula A. I just got a little while ago the 5 by 5 on the pyramid puzzles, and I haven't figured out how to solve it yet. And I have to solve it before I can figure out if my pattern, if ABCube works on it. So, you know how to solve it? Can you teach me? I'd love to have someone teach me because I'm having difficulty following the tutorials that I'm finding online. You only have a 3 by 3. So you have, okay, because I have the 3 by 3. The 3 by 3 I can solve with just Formula A. That's not a problem. But I have the 5 by 5 and I'm not sure how to solve that. I'm not sure which the order of operation should be. I've figured out my Formula B will move from, I solved the yellow side and then I pretend that the yellow side is just solved. And I'm trying my Formula A and Formula B with those. In 30 minutes, I must go for Anne's birthday. Okay. All right. Well, that being the case, I have a cube here. All right. So, yellow corner. This corner is correct. I'm going to make the rest of the cube match it. Did you have a nice week? Are you happy that it's Saturday? I'm sorry I missed streaming yesterday. I was emergency babysitting for my 2 of my grandbabies, so I missed it. But I'm here today. All right, so yellow corner is correct. Does this corner have a yellow anywhere on it? The answer is no, so I look underneath it. Does this corner have a yellow anywhere on it? The answer is no. Holding cube stable, I rotate the bottom 1/4 turn. This one has a yellow on it, And so formula A will bring it to the top. Repeat it until the yellow is on top. Pause, slide that over so that that cube is protected now, preserved now, and we're going to continue. If there's a yellow here or here, A will bring it to the top. Pause, slide. Yellow here or here. If the answer is yes, A will bring it to the top. If the answer is no, slide to the bottom row 1/4 turn until the answer is yes. And then formula A brings it to the top. All right. When the yellow is on top, one of three things has happened. Either the sides match themselves, all of them, none of them, or one of them. Okay. Most often you'll get one. If you have none, if they all match, just proceed to the next step. If they don't, if none of the sides match, then it doesn't matter which way you hold it. You're going to do formula B and then A to bring the color back to the top. And at this point, you'll have one side that matches. Hold that away from you, do formula B and then A to bring the colors back to the top. And every time you do that, the four corners advance to the next step. So if none of them match after you do this, one side will match. If one side matches after you do this, they will all match. So, matching faces away from you. And we're going to do formula B is the top row and 2 columns. On the 2x2, it's easy to know which columns those are. On other cubes, the outside columns work the corners, inside columns work the edges, and 2 inside columns work the centers. So, this cube is going to stay the same. These 3 are going to move. So I move this away from the left side, move the left side up. Away from the right side, move the right side up. Away from the left side, move the left side down. Away from the right side, move the right side down. So it's a mathematical 0. For every left, there's a right. For every up, there's a down. Every other move is horizontal. Every other horizontal is a reverse of the one before it. So it's a mathematical 0. So this one stayed the same, and the bottom was untouched. We don't know that because it's scrambled, but it is. So we're going to bring the yellow to the top again. So it's on this corner. So out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Pause. Okay, hold the cube stable, rotate the top row to preserve this piece. Continue, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Pause, slide it out of the way. Continue, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. And now, the top. The yellow's back to the top, the corners match each other. Okay? Same way for the exact same way for the second 4 corners. And once the corners are done, then the next step I do is usually the opposite edges. I've been training my eyes to look for the yellow and then for the white. So I'm going to continue working with the yellow and white when all 4 corners are done. I hold the cube so that yellow and white are left and right, and I look for yellow or white cubes that are in the center. I did this differently this week. I demonstrated how formula A can be used to solve the entirety of the first column. So I only have the yellow edges left to do, and this one white piece, which is over here. So let's do the edges now. Yellow and white are left and right. Find a piece in the middle that has yellow or white on it. And that becomes the piece that we're going to apply formula B to. From this point forward, everything will be formula B. Okay, so here's a piece. Yellow and white are left and right. It has yellow on the top, which is where I want it. If I were going to work with this one, yellow is on the front. I want it to be on the top, so I would simply flip the cube. Yellow and white are still left and right, and then I would match the corners to corners match the front. That's the setup. Determine which direction it's going because it's a yellow cube. It's yellow, and this is the yellow side. This is the white side. Usually the corners dictate the sides. So the first is the top row in 2 columns. First column is where it's going to land. Second column is where it begins. Start by moving away. So away, up, in, up. Away, down, in, down, and we're just landing pieces one at a time. Okay? Here's another yellow or white. Gotta gooey my Okay. Corners to match the front. Going in the yellow direction. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Make a quick turn of the other slices just to see whether anything pairs up. And so this one's going to move here. This one wants to move out as well. So I'm going to treat both of these as one piece. Up, up, just because I can at this stage. Down. Okay. Here's some yellows. Ha ha. Solve 1 centers, then edges, then 3x3 stage. Are we talking about the pyramid? Because I can't figure out how to solve the middle. I can solve the first the triangle on all sides first, but then when I start working on the inner edge pieces, I don't know how to do that without messing up. Oh, the 4x4. Okay. Solve 1 centers, then edges, then 3x3. Yes, you can do this with the reductionist method. That actually increases your probability of getting a parity, which nobody likes. But also, I solve them because I can solve all. I'm using all of them using formula A and B. I just to demonstrate that I do the corners first, just because they all have 4 corners, and I want to demonstrate that all of them can be solved the exact same way. I used to teach people starting with the 3x3 and then said, no, all you gotta do is apply that to these things in the 4x4. And they're like, no, that looks more complicated. So I stopped doing that. Hello, thank you for joining me. I am Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cubes. So I stopped teaching the 3x3 and then advancing to the 4x4 because there's this mental block that slams down in humans that says, nope, that one looks harder. So I started teaching just the 5x5, and then I incorporated all 4 of them at the same time. But they'll get the corners done on one. I'll say, great, now do the corners on this one. Now do the corners on this one. Now do the corners on this one. So they break through that intimidation of the more slices of the cube. So that's why I do it that way. So when the corners are done, then I do the opposite edges. There's no real order of operations. You can do it whatever order you want to. You can do intuit as much as you want before you get as far as you can before you start using this method. It doesn't matter because formula A and formula B do not mess up anything that you want that's already solved. It only moves the three pieces that formula B only moves the 3 pieces that you want to move. And of those 3 pieces, at least 2 of them are incorrect. The piece that you want to move is incorrect because that's why you want to move it, and the piece that's in the spot where you want to move it to is incorrect because that's the piece that wants to move there. So corners, this I'm working on opposite edges. This is the red piece, red and yellow. Yellow's on top, yellow and white are left and right as dictated by the corners, and so corners match the front. I determine which direction it's going in the yellow direction. Okay, and then formula B, the 2 columns are where it's going to land and where it begins, and of course the top row. And we start by moving away from the action, so we can move this up. So move it away, this up, move it back, and now it's lined up to land right there. So I place it reverse down, and we're just placing one piece at a time. Yes, you can pair them up. I record your video and I send you in Discord, okay? I do have a Discord. It's ABCube method is what it's called. Oh, of the pyramid. Yeah, I have Discord. Yeah, I have Discord. Or you can also email it to me at abcube.how@gmail.com is my email. I forget that Discord exists, so I forget going there and looking. But yes, I would absolutely love for you to give me to record a tutorial for me. That would be awesome and amazing. Okay, so corners match the front. It's going in the yellow direction. Away up, in up, away down, in down. So I will check my let me see. Check my Discord. I think it's ABCube method. It might be ABCube tutor, but it's ABCube something. And yes, I set it up because you guys all told me that Discord was awesome, so I did it. I followed your counsel. All right. So this piece is correct. These are not yellow or white. This is a yellow or white, so we'll work on this piece next. Flip the cube so that the active color is on top, but yellow and white are still left and right. And then it's going this direction, so away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. I'm happy that you're going to send me a video. I appreciate it. Okay. Corners match the front. Determine its direction and start by moving away. Up, up, down, down. Okay. These are not yellow or white. 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 When there's no more yellow or whites in the middle, we assess. Okay. The whites, the edges are happily between their respective corners. And the yellows, these ones are, these ones are, these ones are not. Okay. This is, if the rest of the cube was solved, if the rest of the edges were solved, this is what we would call a parity. So let's see whether or not whether this parity, I'm going to see whether it actually has a parity, because a parity is where there's two and only two that need to flip, and this one wants to here, this one wants to be here, but the rest of the cube exists. So these rest of these cubes are not solved. So let's keep, instead of fixing this yellow parity yellow quote unquote parity right now, I'm going to pretend that the yellow is solved. I'm going to advance. What's your username on Discord? Right here, and I send you a video. Like I said, okay. Discord. I'm old. I write my information down in a book. Let me see here. ABCube tutor. Oops, that helps. It helps when you have your fingers on the right keys. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pretend the yellow is solved, and I'm going to work on the opposite edges now, the side edges now, to see whether or not we get a parity, that the parity is true, or whether or not these other. Because let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It might be. Okay, but instead of holding it together, I'm going to displace the yellow into the side to work on to move the side edge piece to the front where I can work on it. Okay, and I'm going to. All right, I'm going to leave these. I'm going to separate them. I'm going to break this one down, move it into the incorrect spot. So the incorrect spot piece moved to the top. Okay. Corners to match the front. It's going in the orange direction over here, so slide up, slide down, slide down. Accept. Do I need to do something on Discord to accept you as a member? I don't know. I created it, but I don't know how it works. So I will, do you want me to check that right now? Let's see. Discord. Go. Log in. Where's my, how do I email or phone number? I'm so confused. Just my username is AB. I don't have a password written down. I have to look up how to get into Discord again, but I will make sure to check and see if you are there. All right, so piece on top is not yellow. Rotate it to the corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Slide up, slide down, and the piece on top that's not yellow. It's going in the red direction. Up, down, down. Now, working on the side edges is where you will, if there is a parity, this is where you'll get it. You'll see it. Slide up, slide up, slide down, piece on top that's not yellow. Yellow came back to the top again. This side's match, this side's match, this side's match, this side's match. Okay, and so I have 3, not 2, so it was not a real true parity. So I'm going back to yellow and white or left and right. I'm going to displace this. I'm going to put it back in the correct spot. And then again into the correct spot. Okay. This is correct. This is correct. Okay, and again, so there's not 2, there's 3. I can fix that just fine. Corners match the front. It's going in the green direction. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Okay, awesome. I never would have guessed that you don't understand English because I'm a stupid American. I only know one language. Okay, so corners match the front. It goes in this direction. Up, up, down. We Americans are conceited and think that everyone else should learn our language instead of us bothering to learn 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're right. It was a parody. I was wrong. I lied. Okay, so whether the parody before was these 2, but now I couldn't really see whether it was a parody until I solved the side edges as well. The ABCube method forces the parity to show up on the same slice, just because. And so what I'll do now, I'm gonna bring the yellow face to the front, so green's my top now. And because anytime there's a parity, on this slice right here, there's 2 that are correct and 2 that are incorrect. If I slide it a quarter turn in either direction, now I have 1 piece that's correct and 3 that are incorrect. Okay, so I'm going with green as my top. I'm going to displace a green down into to the side. Work on the top. Orange, what matches goes in this direction. Up, up, down, down. Going in this direction. Up, up, down, down. Corners match the front. It's going in this direction. Up, up, down, down. And now the parity is gone. Okay, I had my white. I have to reset the centers because the diagonal move or the slice to undo the parity does affect the centers. So I'll fix that again. Okay, and again it is line up the centers. This piece goes up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse down, and set the top. Okay, so A brings the piece to the top, corners to the top, B moves the corners around as needed, and then A brings the colors to the top again. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have a YouTube link. Let me open this now so I don't forget to later and close without opening it. If it's worth showing. Now, is this for the 3x3 pyramid or is it for the larger pyramids? I'll look at it later and figure it out. Okay. Alrighty. So then once the corners are done, once the edges are done, then that's called for the 3x3. I know how to do that. I can do the 3x3. I can do that just using formula A. What I need is to be able to know how to do the 5x5 method because there's different there's other types of pieces. There's more types of pieces. I can do the 3x3 no problem. I haven't tried anything other than the 3x3 and the 5x5, and I can't do the 5x5 yet. So it's the 5x5 that I need instructions for. Okay. All right, bye. Go have a fun time at your aunt's birthday party. Thank you for being here. All right, and then the last step, of course, is the centers. And so this I usually do. This can be done by one color at a time, or you can do them in corners first and then edges second. It doesn't matter. You just pick a piece that's incorrect. Pick excuse me, dry mouth. Pick any piece that's incorrect on their front face. Okay, you're going to throw that to the top. So put the color that misplaced cube is to go to the top. So this piece, and then I'm just going to follow this cube with formula B. So I move it to the top. I slide the top in one quarter turn so it's in a different column. If I go this way, it's the same column, so that doesn't work. So I this quarter turn, and then this becomes my second column. It goes up. And then I reverse to put the columns down and set the top, and this piece is up here. I can do it again. Here's a blue piece. Here's a blue piece. Okay, it's going to land right here, so I can bring down a yellow, a green, a blue, a yellow, a green. We're going to bring the green side down. So that's our first horizontal, is to line that up. And I go up, slide to a different column, second up, slide back, down, and set the top. Okay. Here's another blue. Bring a yellow down. Hi, if you just joined me, easy for me to say. Hold on. Hi, you guys. I'm Sunshine. This is the ABCube method for solving Rubik's cubes, and Formula A and Formula B is all you need. Formula A is 4 moves, Formula B is 8 moves, and that's all you need to solve every complexity Rubik's Cube. You don't need a parity algorithm because parities are a lie. You can play with them all you want, but you don't have to because they're all caused by a center being a single quarter turn off. Drop your name in the chat if you want to, so I know who I'm talking to. Otherwise, I'm just playing with my cubes. And I'm happy to be distracted. I'll scramble and restart any when you want me to. But if any of you guys know how to solve the 5x5 Pyraminx, I'll stop and let you teach me instead. All right, find a piece that's incorrect. Here's a yellow piece. Okay, it's on the yellow. Here's an orange piece on the yellow face. So I'm going to hold the cube so yellow's on top, and then Formula B is going to move this piece to the top, and it's going to land here. So I'm going to bring down either the green or the blue, or the blue or the green or blue. But I'm going to it's already lined up, so I'm just going to bring the green down. So I follow this piece with Formula B. For top row, 2 columns. I go up to the top. I slide the top row so that piece is in a different column, and that becomes my second column, which I go up, moving it to the back. And then I reverse. Okay, and my corner edges are done so that I can keep track of which columns I'm working on. Because if I went this way, it's like, nope, that didn't line up. I went the wrong way. So I went back. So down and down. So we go slide up, slide down, and we're moving 3 pieces around. Okay. Here is a green piece. Hold green to the top. Okay, it's already lined up, slide down, and set the top. Okay, just keep doing this. Just find a piece. It's lather, rinse, repeat. Do the same thing over and over again. Here's a red piece. Hold red on top. Okay, it's going to land right here, so I can bring down the green, the orange, or a yellow. Let's bring down a yellow. So let's follow this piece. I go up, slide it to a different column, second up, and then reverse down. So it's slide up, slide down. And we just do that over and over again. Lather, rinse, repeat. Here is a red piece. Okay, I can bring, right now it's going to land here, so I can bring down either the yellow, the green, or the orange. Yellow or orange would both be advantageous. Yellow is more so. So up, slide, up, reverse, down, okay? And then pick a piece that's incorrect on the front face. It's going to go to the top. This will land here. I want to bring the orange down instead because orange is opposite red. So up, slide to a different column, second up, reverse, down, reverse, down. 8 moves. Nothing is more complicated than the 8 moves. You notice I don't have a parity algorithm. It's because you don't need them. Parities are lies, and I'm happy to talk about them. Yellow, this piece is incorrect. On the front face, it's going to the yellow side. So it's going to, I'm going to bring down either the blue or the green. The blue has a yellow, so let's bring down the blue first. So we go up, up, down, down, and set the top. Okay. Now this blue that came here, match up with, is going to go. Okay, so this cube's going to the top. It's going to land here, so I line it up so that it's an even, it's an exchange. I go up, slide, and set the top. All right, so that feels like a good organic pausing place. Again, the formula A brings the piece to the top, twists corners around, bottom row right column. B moves 3 pieces around again. Corners and which 2 columns you're using determines which pieces you're moving, but you don't have to memorize any of that. You just have to pick a piece and follow that piece with the formula B. So, thank you guys for joining me today. I will be back next week. I'm here most weekday mornings, 9 p.m. Mountain Time. And bring me your non-cuber friends if you wanna. We can have fun. In the meantime, go have a great day. Go walk in the sunshine and drink lots of water and find something to be happy about today. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.